Hello. The term branding isn't about making a logo or some pretty designs. Building a brand is a whole process that combines both strategy and design in order to give a company the personality it needs in order to stand out and succeed. My name is Khalil, I'm a freelance brand strategist and designer, and in this series I will show you how to build a brand from start to finish, using as a reference one of the projects that I worked on where I had to build this creative coaching brand named Yellow. Throughout the episodes that compose it, you will learn how to define the core pillars of a brand, how to give it personality, and how to utilize all that in many aspects, including how to make a more fitting and meaningful visual identity. This is Building a Brand, enjoy the ride. So earlier I mentioned the core pillars of a brand. There are 6 of them and they are known as the vision, the mission, the values, the positioning, the voice and tone, and finally the look and feel. When building a brand, I always start by defining those pillars because as their name insinuates, they are really what you build your whole brand around. Those pillars, or the first 3 ones specifically, will be the main subject of this episode. When defining the core brand pillars, it makes most sense to start with the vision, as it will affect and guide defining the rest of them. The vision is basically defining where the company sees the future going. It's ultimately the brand's end goal / objective, and it's generally defined centrally in coordination with the founder / CEO and eventually head of marketing and PR. The point behind it is to take a stance and have an opinion about the future and define where the company is headed. When thinking about the vision, I would advise you not to look too short, not too far into the future. Try to keep it realistic and thoughtful. Think about where you would see the world or your sector of activity being in about 4 or 5 years in the future. And think about how it will affect where you would go or what you will do as a company. Then build a narrative that you could tell people to share your vision about the future. To put things into perspective, this is Yellow's vision. The business world is shifting toward an employee-focused environment where they're the best investment you can make toward improving your company. Yellow wants to take part in building this world by helping businesses improve their overall creative output and get the best out of their employees. This paragraph can be easily split into 2 parts. The first one explains how Yellow perceives the potential future of the business world, and the second one explains how they intend on impacting it. Defining your vision will lead you to finding your mission. Generally, your vision will highlight a problematic to which you're gonna have to find a solution. In the case of Yellow, the problem that is highlighted by their vision is that a lot of small and medium business owners don't know how to get the best out of their employees and utilize it to get results and grow their business. Your mission is your answer to this problem as a company. It's basically what you're planning to do and how you're planning to do it, worded as an aspiring narrative that will encourage people to support your brand. To define your mission, I would advise you to follow 3 simple steps. Start by identifying the problem your vision highlights. Then once the problem is clear, you have to think about the solution to that problem. You have to think of how your company is going to approach it and how your company specifically is going to solve it. And to wrap it all, and this is the most important part of this process, because this is what your mission ultimately comes down to, you have to find the most concise and purpose-driven way to describe how your company would personally solve this problem. And once again, to put everything in perspective, we're gonna take a look at Yellow's mission. Yellow wants to create a creativity-driven world. To achieve that, we help companies make their employees aware of their creativity and how to utilize it through training and workshops. As you can notice, even though this paragraph is pretty straightforward, you can easily spot what the brand's purpose is and how they're planning to approach this problem and solve it. So once you're done with your mission, you can move to the values. Values are pretty much self-explanatory. They are a set of principles and standard of behaviors that you deem important as a company. They are basically there to dictate how you behave as a company and act as a code of conduct to your employees that they must comply to whenever they're making decisions in the name of your company. Defining the values is one of the steps where I really like to treat the company as an actual person. I like to see it as building the core principles of the personality of said imaginary person. When defining the values, try to think about the core guiding principles that you would see the company having. Think of them in form of keywords, adjectives, or really short qualitative sentences. Also, keep the list short. You don't want an overwhelming list of 20 values. Something that includes 5 to 12 of the most important values would do the job just right. In the case of the project we're studying, yellow's values are driven by creativity, passionate, empowering, confident, and committed. I also like to make up a paragraph out of these values. It allows you to share your values with people in a more compact way. Here's an example with what I did with yellows. This is it for this video. The next episode will be about the rest of the core brand pillars, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Don't forget to leave a like, it would really help with the YouTube algorithm. You can also follow me and keep up with my work on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it and I wish you a wonderful day.